Why, hi there, everyone. Welcome to Saturday, December 19th. It's early in the morning. There's a lot of college basketball games today. I think I have 53 loaded up in the men's college basketball algorithm. We've got it all set up. Let's talk about how we did on Friday. It's a pretty good day. You probably won some money if you looked at a lot of these picks. There were some interesting things. 18 and 6, looking by our percent margin. If we do there's a couple different ways to look at this. I started bringing in more work on projected scores tonight. I decided to get on this and I did a little programming to work on these projected scores. It's still difficult with teams that haven't had games, and you're going to see that symptomatic when we go over the Saturday games today. But as for yesterday, so there's different ways of sorting this. Like we're 14 and 10 on the spread yesterday. You see a lot of wins, and then something happens down here. If you look at this spread cover number, this is how much we think the team over here is going to have as a cushion with whatever spread they have or are laying. So we thought Montana State was going to win. This was a really bad pick, by the way. I had them and they lost. Montana State was not good, and we had predicted that they were going to win by a lot. And so because you got 6.5 points with them, you had a 36-point buffer according to us. However, they ended up losing by 28. So totally wrong. So you lost all of that. So you can sort this by spread cover, but when you get down to here where the spread cover is negative, that means that by point projections, we're predicting that the opponent is going to cover. So all these losses right here, everything down here is flipped. Where it's a loss, it's actually a win based on our point projections. So there's going to be different ways to look at this. And what I really want to do is shrink it down and say, not only do we want to look at this by descending by margin, okay, but we also want to filter by spread cover is greater than 0. And this is going to limit our picks more every day as we do something like this. And you can see this was 10 and 4 and 9 and 5 on the spread. And it lost VMI, which was, yeah, I liked that yesterday. It lost Montana State because they scored a lot of points in the few games that they had. They only had 3 games, by the way. That's probably part of the problem with them and why we were overestimating them. And then I guess it loses the Central Michigan game. Why? Because it was a 16-point spread and they lost big. They lost by 50. No, it was a 1.5 spread and they lost by a bunch, right? They lost by 15. So a lot of this other stuff covered. Anyway, all right. So decent day. I won't harp on yesterday because we all want to talk about today, and I'm already 3 minutes in. So let's discuss today then. So I did all this work on point projections, and now let's kind of take a look and say, I'm going to shrink this for now. We'll just hide this, hide this, hide this, hide this. And we can zoom in and start to do some work on today. So there's still going to be a stat update or standings update in the morning. So if you subscribe, you go to the Google Sheet here, and I will update the Google Sheet as soon as I can in the morning. So you'll see all the games right here. So I suggest subscribing. I appreciate the support. Now, as for the games, is there anything that pops out? So we're sorting by descending by margin, and we also want to pay attention to this spread cover number. If it's really in the positive, then that means we really like it because it's consistent with our point projections, and it's just better. If it's a negative number, it means we're all screwed up. Like we think that Virginia Tech is going to lose this game by 4 somehow. I don't know why. That's craziness. See, I don't know if I may not like what I have done with the point projections. I did some programming. We're going to have to see. People are going to get angry if it doesn't work. So we still have to watch out for this. We're in test phase for this. I almost want to not look at it. But pay attention to the margin because that has been a good predictor and that didn't change. So let's use this as a consistent standard candle when we're doing things. I've been doing these algorithms for a long time, and I can tell you when I mess around with stuff, sometimes it gets frustrating. So let's stay with something that stayed the same and just remember that these point projections are test worthy. As you can see, you got zeros in here because teams haven't played games. You really can't trust this yet. So that being said, what do we have? We've got margins, we've got odds. Anything look good? We hit our Weber State yesterday, right? We hit Weber State. It was a winner. They crushed it too. I think they really beat them by like 20 points. They won 94-66. Good for them. Anyway, so that was our pick of the day, and it was good money, and we moved the line on them when I published the video, and they still won, and it was good. Now, here we got something. We got Youngstown State away at Northern Kentucky. We got a team that's pretty good. It's 46.5%. There's 3 in 5 games. 3 isn't a lot, but it's decent. That plus 2.5 is good. But even the plus 2.5, that's good even money bet. That's a really good pick based on lines. Indiana at Butler to win, but it's minus 360, so that's not a great line. Here we got another one. Milwaukee on the road against Wisconsin. They're all going to be watching the football game in Green Bay tomorrow. Nobody's going to be watching basketball. Milwaukee's favored by 1. Okay, Milwaukee's not a very strong team, though, and they've only played 2 games, so that's a reason not to take this pick, because there isn't enough information. What else we got? We got a minus 166 here. Okay, no games, so don't worry about NBC and Albany. No, somebody hasn't played any games yet. What else we got? Purdue minus 275 against Notre Dame seems like a good money line because they're at home. Reasonable line. Wright State away against Detroit. It's not great for a road team in terms of line. North Carolina away against Kentucky. We have North Carolina as a 47%. These teams have played some games. Interesting call on the road, but they're favored on the road, so it's kind of a bummer for the line. But it does like North Carolina there. Citadel. Longwood. No, that's a reasonable power percentage. 5 and 6 games. Big point projection for Citadel away. So Citadel plus 3.5 is reasonable. That's a pretty significant. It's saying that Longwood's no good, having played 6 games already. So consider that. That's a decent line at 144 to win also, given how substantial that is. Let's see what else we got. Marist at Manhattan. Not favored by point projections, but who knows? Only 2 games, so stay away from that. Colorado State and Mount St. Mary's, only 2 games there. Can't do that one. Mississippi at Dayton. I mean, they're on the road. It's not a great. It's kind of close now. We're starting to get things where the margins are under 20%, under 15%. So you're just looking at any interesting upsets that you like. It's the only one game played here, so you can't trust this. If there aren't enough games played, you can't trust it. How about this one? Louisville at Wisconsin. You get Louisville plus 6. Thinks Louisville's a very good team. Thinks they lose by 4 in point projections. Plus 6 is very reasonable. I like that. But anytime I like something, don't take it if I say it, because you know my luck. Vanderbilt at Radford. Is there any other cool lines here? We're getting down in the weeds. And there's some home teams here with underdog lines that look interesting that we have favored slightly. Georgia, Binghamton, Elon, Indiana State, but they're, Indiana State at home, but it's not underdog. Cal State Northridge, come on, no way. We think Cal State Northridge is going to beat University of California, and you get 10 points with them? Yeah, I don't know about trusting the algorithm with some of that stuff. So that's what it looks like so far. Do we have a pick of the day for preview before any update in the morning? The pick of the day, does it want to be this Youngstown State? Only 3 games played. What else was there? I like the Citadel at Longwood game. Why? Why do I like that? I like it because the point projections mean that Citadel's been putting up a lot of points per game for this to say that. I like the fact that they've both played at least 5 games. I like the fact that this is almost 30% and it's saying Longwood's a weak team. Let's look at both those teams' standings real quick. Citadel and Longwood. So Citadel 5-0, no wonder. Their strength of schedule is a little weak, but what about Longwood? I think we found a pick of the day. Longwood. Longwood is 1-5, right? And also has a reason playing bad teams and still losing. I think we found a pick of the day, folks. Right? I mean, the pick of the day. Let's not get too greedy here. Where'd the game go? It's right here. Citadel and Longwood. The pick of the day is plus 144. It says they're going to win this game. Why take him at plus 3.5? Really? I mean, go with what the algorithm says. They're supposed to win the game. Now, safe play on a round robin or a parlay is to take the plus 3 and a 5. 3.5. Just know that. But how about that? That is the pick of the day. So good luck, everybody. May our picks be winning. Go subscribe if you're interested. And there will be an update for those in the Google Sheet in the morning and every other day. And, good luck, everybody.